So I have a customer in the store with an old Flintlock pistol, but it's probably from the early 1700s, but it's half destroyed. The stock is cracked, it doesn't even work. So I've called in Alex and he's gonna tell me if it's worth something or just destined for the trash bin. Hey, what's up, Alex?
How you doing, Rick? No offense, but that is ugly. So, a Flintlock pistol, one good thing is it's got what we would call like a grotesque mask on the butt. That's actually a good sign. The paint job is terrible. It's definitely hand-painted. You can see all of it on the wood here. The stuff that's gold should be brass, and I can just see that little bit of brass peeping through, so that's good. The stuff that's silver should be steel, and...
That's destroyed, yeah.
I think probably the mainspring, that's what would give this tension, is either gone or broken.
So is there any collector value for this thing?
So you can see all this detail and inlay in the wood here is actually quite high quality. Unfortunately, the paint is so thick on the lock that usually these locks would have the gun maker, a name on it. And from that, we could immediately tell about when it was made, where it was made. But based on some of the styles of it and its length, I think it's Dutch, probably 1720 or 30. I think you could probably restore this to be a pretty valuable gun.
So how much would you charge me to restore it?
I think it would be about $1,000. Once we restore it, if I can get it functional, I think it's at least $3,000. I think that when we're done with this, that you would go, that's not the same gun.
Okay. All right, thanks, man. I'll let you know if I get it.
Good luck.
So, I will give you $150 and relieve you of your problem.
What'd you do, 250?
I'll give you $200. It's risky buying this. I mean, I don't know what I'm buying.
Yeah, I'll do the 200.
Okay, all right, sweet. Just follow me right over there. We'll do some paperwork, and I'll pay it. Maybe I'll take the paint off and it was owned by Blackbeard.
Now, today is the big reveal. Hopefully it looks great, fires great, and I can get some great money for it.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing, buddy? I got a surprise for you.
It's all done.
It's done.
It's pretty looking.
Isn't it nice?
God, it doesn't even look like the same gun.
It actually came out better than I thought it would come out.
Have you shot it yet?
I have not. I've been waiting for you. Mechanically, which is functioning perfectly right now. Some of the pieces I really like about it, there's a lot of intricacy with all of the engraving on the brass. That grotesque mask came out really well.
It did come out amazing.
Remember, Rick, if this fires correctly, I think you get at least $5,000 for it.
Well, it better fire right then.
And we better not break it when we shoot it.
Yeah. So what caliber is this thing? 55, 60 caliber?
Yeah, it's about a 60 caliber.
Okay. So you shoot it, and let's hope it doesn't blow up when you shoot it.
That's what I'm here for, my friend. Just finding one of these guns in any condition is incredibly hard to do. Finding one that you can restore is 1 in 1,000, and finding one that we can actually fire is basically 1 in 1,000,000.
I got my headphones on, so I can't hear you.
Yeah! Oh, it worked perfectly.
That was cool. And it went off first try. With these old guns, that's like a 50-50 shot.
It was 300 years old. Bang.
You should go to the casino right now.
Honestly, I really should.
I guess it was a good buy then.
It was a great buy, man.
Earlier, we checked on a 1941 Indian motorcycle. It looks amazing, but there could be tons of stuff wrong with these old bikes, so I asked my buddy Danny to come down and check it out.
What kind of toy we got today, man?
1941 Indian.
This is cool. Corey and Rick, they usually give me a jingle when they want me to come down and inspect a car or a motorcycle that they're thinking about buying. It's a left-hand throttle. That's cool. This is definitely a military version. This is a really cool piece of American history, I think.
Cool.
Well, let me check this thing out, and let's give it a good once-over. There's a few things missing that just right off the top of my head I can see, like, you know, like the air box, air filter over here.
What about the gauges?
Yeah.
I don't have the gauges at all,
Okay,
and it is missing the chain guard.
gotcha. Do you mind if firing it up right now? Can we hear it?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Love it, love it. I want to hear this thing run. That's like music. The bike is beautiful. It appears to be about 90% there. It's just a matter of restoring every little piece to make it that high-end quality that it should be.
So what's your verdict?
Well, it's labor intensive is really what you're looking at, is taking it all down and refinishing everything. I would guess you're probably gonna put somewhere between $4 and $5 grand into making her really, really pretty. When it's finished, it should be worth somewhere around, you know, $17,000, $18,000, somewhere in that ballpark. It depends on how far you want to go with it.
Okay. Thanks, Danny.
Absolutely, absolutely.
number up.
Breaking my own rules, I kind of sort of fell in love with the bike myself when I saw it. So I'm hoping that that they decide to buy that bike.
Okay, so how much you want for it?
I was asking 12.
Okay. Thinking more like 8.
8.
I mean, you got to realize people don't want a fixer-upper.
You know, if we cut to the chase and quit the haggling, could you do 10?
This market, 9's going to be what I can do.
9 is a little low. How about 95? I'm stretching there.
I'm not going to lose the bike over 500 bucks, man. I'll take it.
Deal.
Deal.
All right, son. You bought it, you loaded up.
This bike is awesome. We should turn a nice profit. Now we're going to drop it off at Danny's shop so he can get to work.
Shannon, come on, brother, bring it in. You're gonna dig this. Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
That's nice.
You guys wanted it authentic, right? So it's got the Thompson and grenades.
That's amazing, dude. Amazing. I absolutely love it.
This Indian actually was used in a military form back then. So although someone had changed it cosmetically to make it kind of more of a street bike, we took it back to its original form as a military bike with all the bells and whistles, and I gotta say, it came out cool. You know, thankfully, you guys really bought a really nice bike from that guy, you know, and mechanically, there wasn't anything to do. The motor and the trans, everything runs perfect, so that was great when you got it. So basically, it was a matter of Shannon just really tracking down all the period-correct parts.
These are actual original parts?
It's almost 100% original. The bars are not 100% original, and this shifting rod right here, because they shouldn't be chrome. But other than that, you're looking at 100% authentic bike.
I'm just blown away. I mean, you even got the gauges?
Yeah, gauges work, speedo works. The air box, you know, remember that was missing when we got this bike. So that's been found, the ammunition box, of course, the gun and grenade holster, and then he went and powder coated most of the visuals as opposed to painting it, so it's tough as nails. Can you believe it's the same bike? Came out great, man.
It really looks like this came out of World War II.
Well, you know, this bike's quite a bit different than what the four of us are used to riding on a daily basis. Your throttle is on the left hand instead of the right. Try this thing on, man. I think it'll fit you.
I mean, it's neat and everything, dude, but I couldn't ride this thing.
Well, you're going to be the one that rides it back to the shop, because I'm
not riding this back to the shop.
I'm a little tense right now. We quoted Rick about $5 grand for a basic restoration, but boy, we got really carried away. And we ended up doing a full-on museum-quality restoration. So I'm a little nervous as to how they're gonna react to it.
All right, that's all cool. Now, how much does this thing cost me to fix?
Well, you guys said you wanted to go back to original, and I mean, obviously, it's not just throwing a coat of paint on it. I mean, there's all of the original parts from back when it was a military bike. So Shannon went crazy on the shopping. So, you know, when you bought this, you guys paid like $95 for it. We've got about $14,000 in it right now. But the flip side of the coin, this bike should go for 30, 35 all day long. I feel you're in good shape, yeah.
Sweet. I guess that's not bad.
I firmly believe you can get 30 out of this bike, absolutely. You know, a bike like this would really appeal to a military collector or a guy who really likes Indian motorcycles would really fall in love with this bike.
Earlier, Chum and I checked out a glider that was in pretty rough shape. but I was able to get a hold of a guy named Michael through a friend of mine who's supposed to be an expert in these things. This is it.
Oh boy, Schweitzer 233. Soloed one of these when I was 14 years old.
Okay.
I'm owner of the Soaring Center, the glider port in Las Vegas. I love this. I've been flying gliders over 40 years, and it never gets old. Well, the beautiful thing about gliders is it's really pretty basic. You've got cables and pulleys for the controls, no hydraulics, no electric motors. We've got mostly cosmetic fixes and some cleaning.
Okay.
That's in the cockpit, but let's look at these wings. We're gonna have to send a camera up inside or unbutton the rivets and do some inspections. Your horizontal stabilizer and the little struts on it, those are in perfect shape. And the vertical fin out here, it's been crumpled to the point where it's not gonna be rebuildable.
So how do you fly this?
Well, you get towed with a 200-foot piece of rope behind a power plane and take you up to about 3,000 feet. Pull that release knob you see there in the front, and you've got about a half hour in the air, and if you get updrafts, you can stay up all day.
So how much do you think it'll cost to fix it up?
You're looking at six and a half grand.
Okay.
There's no way to know for sure. This is aviation, so there's got to be some inspections done, and there's some details that we've got to meet the standards.
So how much would it sell for after it's fixed up?
Well, they're going for $10,000 just in a beat-up shape. Restored, you're patient, you can get $15,000 out of it.
All right, well, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You bet, no problem.
This is looking more and more like a buy. If this guy's willing to negotiate, I'm willing to drop some cash. So you want to sell this thing, huh?
Yeah,
So how much do you want for it?
I'd like to, see 2,000.
You know, I'll pay you $1,500 for it. I mean,
1,800.
$1,500.
After all the things you heard him say, I think you have a lot of upside potential, but the worst case scenario, you could part it out for 18.
Well, if I bought it for 18 and parted it out for 18, I'd lose money because I got to pay people to do that. This is business, and you got to look at it from my perspective. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to do it. And $1,500 makes sense to me.
Well, you got the cash?
I got the cash.
All righty, let's do it.
All right. All right, let's go to my truck.
I'm happy. I made out pretty well. I got 1,500, and that's more than what the previous tenants owed me.
I'm psyched about getting this for a decent price. I'm just hoping there's no surprises when it comes to fixing it up, because there's not a lot of room for profit here. Oh, this looks great.
Like it?
Oh, it looks nice. So it's all ready to go?
Yep.
So what all did you have to do to it?
We re-glassed the nose, repainted it. You've got a brand new tail back there, vertical fin, a rudder. The rest of the horizontal stabilizer and elevator was okay. Look a little different?
Yeah, it looks a lot different. This is new?
Yeah, we gave you a new panel. The carpet here is brand new. The boot on the stick is brand new. And we took the fiberglass out of here and reinforced it, painted it. Come on around, let's look at the rest of it. I'll show you the rest of the fuselage. Well, as it turned out, the fuselage was intact. Everything was symmetrical. Nothing was bent, nothing was tweaked. There wasn't any cracks in the welding or on the tubing, but we did cover it with brand new Seconite and painted her.
What's the deal with the wings? I mean, these don't look like my wings. There's a big blue stripe on them.
Well, I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
Okay.
When we got inside the other wings, there was more hidden damage than we thought there was, so we replaced them both.
Okay, how much was that?
$1,000 a wing.
$1,000 a wing.
Right, but to repair them would have been $1,200-1,500 a piece, so it saved you some money.
So what's the total amount of this thing now?
Now you're in it for $8,000.
Plus the $1,500 I paid for it.
Right.
This is why I always try and leave as much room for profit as possible, because then something like this happens and I end up losing money. So how much do you think I can sell this for?
Well, Rick, I think it's not too bad. You can still get $10,000 to $15,000 for it. As soon as the word gets out, it's for sale.
All right, well, maybe I'll make money on it. So can we fly this thing or what?
Okay, I can take one of you guys up. Who wants to go?
Chum?
I won't fit.
We'll make you fit, Chum. Don't worry about it. It'll be tight, but I think I can make a bit of money off this thing. But I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm thinking, is this thing gonna be able to take off with Chum in it? In the end, I'm happy I got the glider. I probably won't make a ton of profit off it, but I don't have to sell it right away either. Maybe I'll make a weekend hobby out of it, something besides four-wheeling.
Yeah! This thing is sweet.
A few days ago, Corey and I bought a vintage Birdcage, and I know that Rick has birds at home, and his 55th birthday's coming up. And what better present for an old buzzard than an old Birdcage? I have Rick Dale at the shop right now to talk about restoring it, bedazzle it up a little bit, bling it out.
Wow, that is cool. This is a nice cage.
What year do you think this is? We weren't quite sure.
Well, I'd say it's definitely from the 30s.
Okay.
I mean, it's got all twisted metal. It's not done like nowadays stuff. It's old. Like wrought iron, they would call it. Like wrought iron chairs and stuff like that were really big. You can tell the amount of workmanship that went into it just isn't done anymore. Oh my God, look at the top.
I told you it was in rough shape. The top's all bent up and everything.
When this thing must have fallen, this thing fell down, bird flew out, and and it bashed it here, so it probably broke hitting the ground. And then somebody boogered the top of that up, so we're gonna have to cut that out. What do you want it to look like?
So Rick's house is a little extra.
So maybe a little blingy?
Oh yeah, if you want to glue some rhinestones on here, go right ahead, be my guest.
Well, it might look good. You maybe put some rubies on it and shoot it gold, or, I mean, what kind of a budget do we got?
The shop will cover it.
Okay.
But no real diamonds. I might lose my job over that one.
Okay. Oh, good. I think it's gonna be great.
I heard this thing isn't heavy, so I'll leave you to it. I don't think you need my help.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Let me check it out. All right. I'll see ya. Thanks. Oh, yeah. We got it.
So y'all really got this dude a bird. Does it talk?
I'm working on it to say chum right now. It says hello.
That's cool.
Surprise!
Hey, happy birthday, Rick.
Thank you, guys.
You're officially old as hell.
All
55.
right.
You got me a bird?
And a bird cage. Kiwi, say hello. Hello. This bird cage came into the shop, dusted, so Corey and I bought it. I had Rick Dale come down, and I like to bedazzle everything, so we put some little rubies on here, little gold plate, bling bling.
It's really cool. I like it.
Well, that's not it. There's some more gifts here. It's really just from Antoine, but if you like it, it's from me too.
Bro, the bird was good, but wait till you see this.
Really? Looks just like you.
Look at that.
The Richard Harrison collection.
Why is my head so big?
It's actually kind of small.
Right.
Your head is way bigger than that in real life. All right, this is personally my favorite birthday gift.
I'm impressed that you guys wrapped this stuff.
It's for your mall walking. Oh, that's sweet.
Look at that, open here, look, let me do it for you, okay? We got right here.
That is.
For my mall walking.
With the matching pants.
Whoa.
And then from the back, so everyone knows who it is, Mr. 55.
Oh. That is great.
You're gonna be the coolest dude in mall walking, Bill, buddy.
You know what? You actually tried. Definitely different stuff, but thank you. And is that my cake?
Yes.
Yes.
If you eat any cake, you gotta go mall walking.
Earlier today, I got a call from a guy looking to sell a muscle car. So right now, Chum and I are on our way to go see what he's got. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you guys doing?
So this must be it, huh?
1969 Buick Skylark. It's kind of like a Batmobile. It just has all these crazy sharp lines and the fender louvers and this chrome side spear.
Does it handle like the Batmobile?
I decided to call the guys from the shop, see if they'd be interested in buying my 1969 Buick Skylark. I actually found it behind a grocery store and decided to go in and ask the guy if he wanted to sell it. I snatched it up. I've got a little boy coming and I'm trying to do the right thing, get a four-door car, and I'm trying to get at least $5,500 for it. I'd be willing to go down as far as $4,000.
So what all can you tell me about it?
It's got a 350 cubic inch V8, a new transmission. The engine was rebuilt. It's a good, reliable car. These cars are known to just go forever. You can't beat them down.
It's just one of those classic GM muscle cars. It's just not that often that you see a Skylark, and everybody likes to collect them, so it's a good find. GM made the Skylark on and off from the 50s all the way through the 90s. This model from the late 60s is pure muscle car. It's got the same chassis as a Chevy Chevelle. Can you pop the hood for me?
Sure.
Oh my God. How much muscle does this thing have?
You're looking at about 420. It's also got about 550 foot-pounds of torque.
Can you start it up for me?
Sure.
This thing is a beast. If I can get this thing for a good price, it's definitely worth fixing up. I mean, collectors go crazy for these things. The body's in decent shape.
Yeah, not bad at all. Needs a little work here and there. This was gnarly before when I got it. I guess the lady hit a tree that had it before.
Might have opened up.
Not at all.
It looks good. I mean, mainly it looks like it's mostly body work. So what are you looking to do with it? Pawn it or sell it?
I'm looking to sell it.
Give me an idea of what you're looking to get.
I was trying to go for around $5,500.
I can offer you around $3 grand.
Is there any way you can go 35 on it?
Unfortunately, man, in this situation, I mean, $3,000 is going to be where I have to stay.
Okay, we can do 3.
$3 grand? All right, deal.
Drive a hard bargain.
Appreciate it.
I settled for 3 because I don't want to be stuck with this car when the baby's born. Kind of had to do it.
I could have gone up a bit on my offer, but I knew this guy would take less. So now I'm taking it to my friend Danny, who fixes up old muscle cars like this, so he can bring this thing back to its original glory. A few weeks ago, we brought over a '69 Buick Skylark to my buddy Danny at Counts Customs. He definitely had some cool ideas for fixing it up, but he was concerned about the engine. So Chum and I are on our way to go see if he has good news or if my dad's gonna kill me.
So you guys ready to check it out?
Let's see this thing.
Sweet. That is nasty.
It's not the same car, man. It was this ugly baby puke green color.
Yeah, man. We did it a satin black. You know, we had talked about that. We straightened out, you know, the big dents and stuff in the back that was in there.
Yep.
We took all the trim work. We scotch-brighted it to give it that satin look. Went back to the original split bench seat. Just kind of got that Mad Max feel.
I mean, the car looks like it could kick your ass, man.
She went from a sad, tore-up, beat-up old car to a really mean, nasty boulevard cruiser. It's tough.
So please tell me there wasn't a knock in the motor. I know we kind of thought we heard one at first, but...
Funny enough, man, you want to talk about luck? There's nothing wrong with the motor. The motor was fantastic. It was that cheap plastic fiberglass seat in the driver's side that wasn't bolted down, and it was the threads clicking on the bottom of the car when it was being pulled in. She's ready for cruising, man.
I'm relieved that the knocking was nothing, but it looks like Danny put a ton of work in this, which is making me real nervous that it's going to be way over budget. What are we talking? I mean, I'm 3 into it.
Right.
What do I owe you for it?
Well, you know, the way I look at it, what we did was we cleaned the whole car up pretty nice. We had a lot of body work done. Between all the new paint going through the motor, you know, all the labor and everything involved, we put about 7 in the car.
Oh, cool, man. 10,000 is a nice round number. And
That's the thing.
I don't know what I'll get out of this thing, but I'm sure I'll get something.
I wouldn't be surprised if you could get, you know, 13, 14 out of it.
That's not a bad profit margin right there.
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna buy this.
It's you, brother. It fits. You should try it on.
Try it on, man.
Can I drive it back to the shop, Big Hoss?
Yeah, I guess, man. Go for it.
Find me.
Chum, take it straight back to the shop.
Okay.
This car is awesome, so if Chum doesn't wreck it on the way back to the shop, I'll have no problem making money on it.
Can I get a cheeseburger, some fries, and a milkshake? Awesome.
A guy brought in an old ammo cart from World War II. It's beat to hell, but you never know. So I called in Bob to see if it's worth picking up. Well, we have a hand cart.
Oh, I know what you got.
He not only knows about all this old military equipment, he also restores it. So if he can't give me a value, I don't know who can.
It's a rare find, because most of them went to Europe during World War II. They were used to carry everything from food to a .50 caliber machine gun. Even mortars were put in these things. This is probably made in the early 40s, and they were pretty useful. As a matter of fact, in the 1962 movie, The Longest Day, when the Duke got wounded, they put him in here and carried him into battle. It is just really cool, and they're friggin' hard to find.
Good news for me, I guess, huh?
Yeah. When I walked in, I knew it was a handcart from World War II. Everything was carried in them. I felt sorry for the guys that had to pull them, but these things went all over Europe, and they pulled a lot of things and put a lot of miles on them. Really, it's not in bad shape. You got all the original castings and everything. original wheels and bearings, which is hard to find.
So how much is this thing worth the way it sits?
Well, these were selling for $1,500 to $2,000 in this condition.
Really? Because I thought it was a complete piece of myself.
In a restored condition, you could almost double that because they want it. If it looks like the real thing, they're happy with it.
All right, so tell me, how much would it cost to restore it?
Probably talking about $1,200 to $1,400.
Okay. Thanks, man.
All
I
right.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
For a serious collector, this is a must-have. If this guy is not totally crazy with his asking price, I'm gonna try and get it.
Honestly, I didn't think it was worth that much either.
I'm still sort of like baffled. I'll tell you what, I'll give you $400 for it. I know he said it was worth a lot more, but I give you $400. I pay him $1,200 to $1,400 to restore it. Before you know it, I'm in this thing close to $2,000. It takes up space in my shop.
That's not too far off of what I was asking in the paper, so I'll take $400 if you'll take a picture of it when you finish it.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of when I finish
That'd be cool. All right.
All right, $400, man.
Thanks.
I love it when there's no haggle, but I'm still a little worried about this one. If there's any problems with this piece and the restoration goes over budget, there goes my profit. Hopefully, it all pans out.
You guys ready to enlist?
Hey, Bob, what's up?
Hey.
I bought a really cool World War II ammunition cart, and my buddy Bob has been restoring it. There's always hidden cost in restorations, and I hope when it's all said and done, there's some room for some serious profit here.
So what do you guys think? Well?
This thing looks pretty good.
It does look cool.
Looks straight out of G.I. Joe, the movie.
Well, hey, we'll grab our rifles, we'll grab our guns, and we'll join.
It doesn't look anything what it looked like.
No. Well, it took a lot of work. Actually, this little small thing was so intense to get it done. It was pretty tough.
What'd you have to do?
Well, I ripped the floor out, and I actually made new ribs for it. I put all the original holes where they're supposed to be. So that way, if you want to mount a 50 caliber in here, you can.
Okay.
And I think it came out pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I was absolutely shocked that it looks like this thing right here, because when I gave it to you, it looked like hell.
You gotta realize this thing went through World War II. You know, it was just a tough life this thing had.
You were telling me before, these sell for like $2,500?
I'll be honest with you, I would start at $2,800 and feel where you're comfortable from there. I wouldn't let it go for a dime less. Because the collectors that go for these, you know, it's gotta be original, and with the numbers on there, it pops.
So what do the numbers mean?
It's the 6th Vehicle Headquarters, 3rd Division, so you should be able to get a good price for it.
Big question, how much are you?
Well, like I said, I told you $1,400, and that's it.
Okay, let me go pay you.
Let me see what it gets like with a little weight in here.
So you can pull 185 pounds?
Yeah, but you're more like 240.
Chum looked like a real soldier pulling Rick around. I'm surprised Rick even got in the cart.
Slow down, Chum, slow down.
What you got here, son?
This is a Leslie Model 145 organ speaker.
This thing looks like it would do some damage in my trunk.
Chumley, it's a little bit too big for your car.
Well, the bigger the better.
Like dumb leading the dumb.
I'm coming down to the pawn shop today to try and sell my Leslie Model 145 organ speaker. The reason I'm looking to sell it today is because I don't have any place to put it, and I just want to get rid of it. I plan on asking $500, but I'd be happy if I got about $200 for it. I know it's from the early '60s, so I think it might be worth some money.
Where'd you acquire this at, son?
I buy storage lockers, and this was in the back, covered in dust.
Yeah, well, it's old enough.
Yeah.
They're very loud speakers. They were set up for organs. Leslie's been around since the 40s. This is probably the 60s at the latest. These Leslie speakers are cool. They were built for organs, but they had other uses too.
Does it work?
I'm not really sure. I don't have the power cord for it, but you can see that it's free moving.
You know why that spins?
It makes the sound reverberate more.
If this thing's working properly and you hooked it up, it would vibrate these walls.
Awesome.
In working condition, these things can sell for over $1,000. This one don't look like much, but it's worth gambling on. So what are you wanting to do with it, son?
I'd like to sell it.
And what are you trying to acquire out of it?
I was thinking about $500.
Look, it's a pig in the poke. I don't know if it works. I don't know if it will work. It might cost more to get it refurbished than what it's worth.
Well, why don't you throw me a number?
I'd be about $200.
How about 400? I mean,
I'm not going over 200 on this guy.
all right, 200.
Somebody go write him up.
Let's go write it up.
I definitely took a risk on this piece. Now I gotta see if we can get the darn thing to work.
Earlier, I dropped off an old speaker to get it fixed. The guy called and said it's ready, so now I'm going to pick it up.
Hey, chum.
Hey, how you doing? I'm nervous.
Yeah, it was a lot of hard work. Wow, that's awesome, man. Looks pretty good. All right, so tell me what you did to it.
I did 4 hand-rubbed coats of varnish all over this whole thing, just to bring out the wood. You remember what this looked like before? It was all messed up. Mice had been living in it. I went through and varnished the entire inside, rebuilt everything. Both of the motors that spin it were frozen up from mice pooping on them over the years. So I took them apart and re-oiled them, and they all came back to life, perfect working. And then rebuilt all the bearings on all the moving parts. I built a whole new tube preamp. The original speaker was in it, real rare, real top of the line. You can't buy a speaker that sounds that good anymore.
All right, let's see what this thing pushes.
I like your style. Let's go ahead and plug a guitar into this. You can hear what it sounds like. Originally, the Leslie was only run with a Hammond organ. I completely modified it so you'll be able to plug anything into it. Guitar, bass, vocals, MP3 player. That's just the amplifier, just to let you listen to it before we turn on the tremulant controls. Now, this is what makes the speaker so cool. I added a foot switch to be able to turn on and off.
All right, pretty good there. I can't believe this is even the same speaker. It's awesome. I just hope it doesn't cost too much. All right, well, how much did it cost?
For all the work, that includes the motors, the tube preamp, and all the refinishing. I ended up just charging you $600.
Okay, so I'm 200 into the amp, 600 into the work. That's 800 bucks total. You think it leaves room for a profit?
When these are modified for guitar, there are more people is after something like this. So you end up with a broader market. These are actually going for about $2,000.
Sweet. Thanks, man, you did a good job.
All right, chum.
Let's load this thing up. This speaker's a score. The old man's gonna be psyched that he took a gamble and won.
I knew Chum wasn't going to be able to keep his hands off that organ speaker. And if he breaks it, I'm going to dock his pay. You got to be kidding me.
I think I got the hang of this thing.